Hello everyone, it's Dog here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create some GFX, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. It's pretty simple, just requires two programs. The first program you're going to need is Roblox Studio, which I am in now, and you will also need Blender. Blender is also a free software that is used for animating, creating some GFX in, and etc. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to the plugins tab right here. Once you're in Studio, just go to the plugins tab, and don't worry about all these right here. These are just some other plugins that I have. How you actually can get some plugins, you go right here, you click the manage plugins, and then you can click right here, the plus icon right here, and you can get the plugin. The plugin that we are going to need for this is the load character by Already Pro. It's free, and there is a one that load character pro, but we just need the light. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is click on the load character icon right here. It should show like this, and it'll show like this little UI right here. Now this is already pro, so I'm just gonna remove that. And now type in whatever your Roblox username is. So for mine is going to be lowdog75. Shows my icon, and this is pretty important. Make sure that you spawn your character in R6 right here. If you spawn it in R15, there's going to be some texture issues with Blender, so it's just important that we use R6. Now we have our character right here. Now we're going to want to open up the model like this. And the next thing you want to do is you want to go to the workspace and insert another model right here. Now you don't have to name it anything. It's up to you. So if you're wearing like say like a core blocks like this, usually what I do is I will go back to the plugins tab and spawn in Already Pro, and then usually what I do is I'll just copy all my and everything I'm currently have on onto this one. So what I'll just do is I'll just delete everything inside of here. Yeah, it should look something like that. And then you can just take the body colors and you could just copy it, and you could just paste it on here like that, and it'll put the body colors as all the part colors, so we don't have to manually change it there. So just grab your pants and shirt and just put it on there. I'm just gonna move everything over because this is an easier way of doing this. Grab all my hats and also parent them to Already Pro, just like so. And then the last thing I want to get is his face, your character's face. Then you can just delete it, go to the head, change your face ID like that, and boom, there you go. Now you have your character. The next thing you want to do is save your character's texture. So what you want to do for this is just take all the hats, and you can just put them in the workspace for now. Now once you've done all that, you right click on the character. You don't have to call this anything, but I just kept it Already Pro. It doesn't really matter. Then you want to click export selection, and then I'm just going to save it to my desktop. So I'm just going to name this little dog texture. I already have one in there, so I'm just going to name it something else, like texture tutorial or something. I don't know. I'll just call it whatever. The file name can be called whatever you want. And yeah. Now that it's saved, and the next thing you want to do is take all of your accessories right here and put them back on your character. Anyway, after you're done saving those, your character, go ahead and open up the accessory, and then there should be a handle. Go right here, copy the position, move this into the model that we made earlier, and I should put them right there. And now after that, I'm gonna go ahead and name this. You don't have to name these, but I'm just gonna name these. I'm gonna go ahead and name them different names here, because this is easier for me to find it in a file, just in case if you have like different folders and stuff. This also helps find textures and whatnot. And now when you're done with that, you're gonna want to take the model and do the same thing, export selection, and I'm gonna save it to my desktop once again. I'm gonna call this my hats, just like that. Yeah, and then just make sure it's an OBJ. Now just go save. Okay, now we are pretty much done in Studio, so now let's go into Blender. Okay, so now that we're in Blender, this is the rig that we're going to be using for our GFX. I'm gonna leave this rig down in the description, so you guys can go ahead and get it. It's a really good rig, by the way. I do recommend it. So, once you have opened up the rig, it'll be like a file. It'll open up Blender. It'll look something like this. You'll have like this little drop menu thing. So now you're probably like wondering, okay, it's purple. So now we're gonna need to get our texture, and once it opens, you would go here, scroll in right here. This is like the texture for the rig. You click this little folder icon right here. Click that, and it should be here. And then it's gonna show like some of your folders. Select it's usually like the first or last texture, and then just select that, and just press open image, and it should put your character texture on there just like this. It should look something like this. Now the next thing we need is our hats that we saved earlier. So to import your hats is a little bit different. You want to go up to the file icon. It'll say, not the file icon, the file. Click import, and then you want to make sure it's a wavefront, because remember we saved it as a wavefront OBJ, and it'll show right here my hats OBJ. Click import, and yeah, this does happen. Like the texture where it's transparent like this. Just click this and go right here. It'll be whatever the file name you saved it as, and then just scroll down right here as the little ball right here. I'm not sure there's a name for this, but you go to the viewpoint display. It'll say show backface. You turn that off, and it'll make it not transparent, and make sure you get every single one here, and you should get something like this. And now to make it rotate to our character's head position, you're gonna want to go over to this little arrow right here, click that. It's gonna show the rotation. So now so usually you put in about 180 degrees, and it should move it right there. Now we just put on our hats, find a good position that you like. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and position this really fast. It should look something like this. Okay. This might take some time, guys. But yeah. Alright, guys. So once you guys have found your position or the spot you want your hats to be on, now the next thing. So once you move it, they're not attached yet. So I'm gonna show you guys how to attach them. So you're gonna want to go over to your I like to call this the workspace. I know that's for Roblox Studio, but I just like to call it that because it's a little bit easier to remember. So select so to actually parent this, select the hats, like the hat, OBJ, and then inside your characters rig, there'll be a head attachment. Also select that. Make sure you hold Shift Control, and then you'll be able to select both, and after you're done with that, you're gonna want to click on your keyword Control P. It'll show an object. Click object, and now it's attached. As we can see here, it's attached. Now we can actually move the rig around. Now we can just make this look good by going here, change the cycles to Eve, or Eevee, if you ever like to call that, and then you go to ambient. To make this look nicer, what I like to do is go to ambient inclusion, bloom, screen reflection, screen space reflections, and motion blur. As you can see, it added some nice lighting stuff there. So now to pose this rig, what you can do is just click on the rig itself, go right down here on the bottom left. It'll say pose mode, and now you can pose the rig however you like by using this rotation. I'm just gonna make a quick pose real quick, so let's do this really fast. Something like this would look good. Perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Let's rotate these. Perfect. Alright guys, so once you have your characters posed or posed whatever you like to how your character's posed. Now now the next thing you want to do is for some lighting, you could click the add light. I usually use an area light, so all you can just do is just take this light right here, and you can I'm just gonna make this bigger really quick, and then we can rotate this however we like here. Now to actually like view how like it would look with the light rendered, you go down here and you click this little ball right here, and as you can see, it's pretty dark, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn up the light brightness here. As you can see, there's some light there. So you can do something like that. That looks pretty good. Now that we have a little bit of light here, you can also change the light color. I'll go ahead and make this like a purplish pink. And you can add the shadows if you want to have those on. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this off. Have those on. You can have those on if you want to. Next thing you want to do before we can render is you go down here to the add button, add a camera, click this little camera icon right here, and if we zoom out right here, now we just, and also to access the camera thing, you can just do this and then move around. You press shift and the little squiggly line, and then you can kind of just move the camera around like this. Let's go and find a good position here. This looks pretty good. And now once you've finished with all the camera positioning, and you could also change the resolution however you would like. And once you're done with that, you click render image, and there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.